So you're thinking about moving to Ocean Springs, Mississippi? That's just great, because today we're going to be taking a look at Seaside at Front Beach. We're going to take a look at many of the houses, some of the price ranges, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you a great reason why you would love to live in this waterfront community. So let's take a look. Hi, I'm Chester Harvey, and every day I'm getting calls from folks just like you wanting to move to Ocean Springs, whether it's in 7 months or 7 weeks, all wanting more information about living in Ocean Springs. So to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on, why not subscribe to my channel, push that notification bell, and every week you'll be getting a new video from my channel showing you about lifestyles in Ocean Springs. Let's take a look at the neighborhood of Seaside at East Beach, so you can kind of get the feel, the flavor of the housing that is located back here. The subdivision was started by an individual who got the infrastructure going, designed many of the houses themselves, because they're mostly houses, well, just about all of them, they have to be fit to the particular scheme of the layout of the subdivision, make it a seaside type community, much like you'd find in Florida, many of the places nearby. And each one is individually built, stick built, to fit the style of the neighborhood. These houses start in the low figure of possibly 800,000 to 900,000 and go up to as much as 2 million, depending on the amenities, the square footage. All of them are at least 2,000 plus square feet, and some are even well over 5,000 square feet. And then you get into your 4 and 5 bedrooms, 3 to 4 full baths, a couple of half baths. But you can see the whole subdivision is just about completely filled in. There are a couple of lots that are available for you to choose from, but it's private in the way that it's only one street that takes you in and out. So in that respect, it is very private. Several cul-de-sacs, it circles around. All of them have that seacoast look, the pastel colors, the nice big front porches. Usually a porch on the top so they could see out to the waters. Many of them have widow's watches where you can get up in the very top and take a look at the water. All of them are beautifully landscaped. People take such great pride in their yards. With their professional landscaping. This is the end, the far north end of Seaside at East Beach. Many of these I have particularly toured. But you see, these are, on this side, they're not real deep lots, so, but they're wide, so they had to scheme their house to fit that particular size. Many pools back here. And you can see at the end of the street, this direction, I'll show you a house here that goes all the way down to the water. Here's the back of this house that I previewed last year. It ended up selling in the 1.5 mid-range to several hundred thousand higher. I don't know for sure because it was by owner, but it was at least a 4 to 5 bedroom house. You could extend it to make it a 5 bedroom. It had a widow's watch next to this nice big house. And had a nice pool. And we'll go here to the front of it. And a widow's watch where they can see the Biloxi Bay. Here we are entering into the front of the house that went for I think it was 1.75 with the flag out front. And here is the front of the house with 2 patios, and way up top, as you can see here, is the widow's watch where you can see the down to water. The side entrance, front entrance, and of course the 3-car garage entrance here in the back. We are in the golf cart district, so you can have a golf cart here and legally drive it on the streets of Ocean Springs, provided you go, certainly only about 20-25 miles an hour. And you can go right down downtown. You could be in downtown even at 25 mph, probably within 10 minutes. And that's going slow, remember. And you'll see what I'm talking about with the other part of the video when you're going and coming to your workplace. Here we are, getting the flavor of Seaside at East Beach. After a hard day at the office, wouldn't it be wonderful to have a nice, relaxing drive home down the beautiful streets of Ocean Springs? Ocean Springs is always alive in the afternoons. So many people walking around, visiting the many boutique shops, restaurants, lounges. And the reason for that is because it is a walking town. That's right. You can walk just about everywhere. You just park your car and go. Or you may be coming back from a visit to the casinos. Now that's a problem because you can be either happy or sad, but in whatever position you're in, whatever condition you're in, after being to the casinos, you still have this nice, relaxing drive home. Isn't it wonderful, these beautiful oak trees that line the streets of Washington Avenue, which is the main street in downtown Ocean Springs. see people are still wandering around. It's early afternoon. But people are just still flocking to downtown Ocean Springs. And what's nice about this area is that we do have certain areas in Ocean Springs where you can use your golf cart. So we may see some golf carts riding around. There's designated areas towards downtown Ocean Springs where you can have a golf cart, where you can shuffle around, especially for the tourists, but locals as well. They can drive around, leave from their home, and Water's Edge and Seaside at East Beach is a great place in your destination for the evening hours. Here we are passing by the Walter Anderson Museum of Art, dedicated to the works of our native son, Walter Anderson, who is well known and respected for his artwork. And passing by now, one of our many boutique hotels called the Springs Hotel. A favorite among all the young kids is the little children's park right here, right in the middle of downtown Ocean Springs. Lots of activities available for the children. And when school is not in session, you can count on it being pretty full. And here's probably a local in their golf cart. One of the nice things about going this way for your home journey is just, like I said before, it's such a relaxing trip home, scenic way home. And especially when you come here to downtown Old Ocean Springs. That's what this area is called, because these are some of the older houses that have been here, such as this house, for well over 100 years. And it's being rehabbed, developed into a 2025 type house. All new amenities. And this would be a house that, or I should say a lot, that was raised and a new house is put in, pretty much in the vein of its neighbors. Because this is also in the historic district of Ocean Springs, where you do have to bring your plans to the Historic Commission to be sure that it is in keeping with the surrounding areas and true to the vintage area that is being built, or shall we say renovated. Very pleasing and relaxing. Still the older homes, and then we have the homes here on the turn. Takes us to the inner harbor. Now we've become into Shearwater Drive, the Shearwater Bridge, passing the harbor, inner harbor. I guess when you hit this water, it really calms your nerves. Going over the bridge, and on the other side of our road is the Shearwater Park Trail, nice little area to picnic, bring the kids to play, have a little play area. And here we just passed the Shearwater Pottery, which is owned by the Walter Anderson family, the compound down there, where there's a pottery display room where they throw their pots, vases, their artistic wares, and you can go in there and buy them. A little piece of history. And down here on Shearwater Drive, which separates the front beach to the east beach, and we are going to Seaside at the east beach. You see some of these areas on the right go all the way to the water and acreage with the homes. Many of them have boat houses, boat lifts, piers, because they're right on Biloxi Bay. And here we are, some marsh areas. There's a picture over there in the woods. A wonderful boathouse. And here we enter East Beach. It's a little bit quieter beach than Front Beach, and it is a weekday, so we don't have the kids out. But normally this little patch here of the pristine white beach would be full of people, umbrellas, sailors, paddleboard folks, kids playing on the beach, making sand castles. And here we are now on East Beach. And here again, I'm talking about this scenic ride coming home, passing the water, especially in the late evening. And at certain times of the year, you might even have a time when you're coming home and the sun's coming down and you have a beautiful panorama of the beach area, looking out over to the barrier islands way off in the horizon. People down here have any number of different water sports, water activities that they can engage in, from deep sea fishing all the way out to Ship Island. I guess it takes you about 45 minutes or an hour to go out there, but once you get there, you are in pristine, clear waters, great for deep sea fishing. You go paddle boarding, canoeing, sailing. It's just, you can just about name whatever you want to do in the water. Here it is right here, all open to the public, as is this East Beach. On the other side of the road here are your many houses, or estates, I should say. This historical house is the Charnley Norwood House. Architect Louis Sullivan and his draftsman, who was Frank Lloyd Wright. Built in the 1890s, withstood all the storms, and is still functioning today as a historical site because of Frank Lloyd Wright. And here we are again at showing the houses that are right on the beach, on East Beach. Give you an idea as what kind of living is here right on the water. And beautiful views. And these are the homes here in the subdivision we're going to take a look at, known as Seaside at East Beach. If you'd like a smooth, relaxing drive to your work every day, why not consider a home on East Beach in Ocean Springs? This is what you'd see every morning as you're driving to work. You get to see the Biloxi Beach as you drive by. Kind of, you'd be settling in to a day of work, kind of relaxing you before you go, especially going here by the beach. Get to see the barrier islands, the pristine front beach, plenty of waterfowl, like these seagulls sitting out here on their perches. You see the Biloxi skyline. Even the Biloxi Ocean Springs Bridge. That bridge is in constant use, believe it or not, for walkers. That's right, that is a walking track. There's a walking track on that bridge approximately from one side of Ocean Springs over to Biloxi. That's about a mile and a half, 3 mile round trip. And literally it is used 24/7 by people who are walking, some jogging, but it's what a wonderful area if you want to get in your exercise and have a beautiful view as you're walking, as you're exercising, of the Biloxi Bay and the cities of Ocean Springs and a little bit of the Biloxi and the Biloxi casinos. You can see the Biloxi casino skyline on the eastern edge of Biloxi. Now we have left the water's edge area at the end of Shearwater Drive, which separates East Beach from Front Beach. And we're here on Shearwater Drive. You think that this area on the left, on the water side, is undeveloped, and no sir. These are huge, spacious lots, several acres apiece, where people have built monstrous houses on the water, had their boathouse, piers. Very exclusive area. But this would be a way to get to work every morning, kind of get those juices flowing, and driving through Old Ocean Springs. In other words, this would be a meandering trip down to Highway 90 to take you either direction, depending on where you're working, and going on the scenic drive through Old Ocean Springs. Still dotted with water. May see an alligator or two, you never know. Here's one of our many parks in town, a place for the children to play. This is the inner Harbour Park. Places for children to play. There's this tennis court there, or two. I think it's just one. but mainly it's for kids. You see some of the older homes that lead out to Government Street, which is one of the two main streets of downtown Ocean Springs. And Government Street has many different boutiques, a lot of restaurants, well-renowned restaurants that have been there for years. We're going to take a look at some of them. Many houses along this way have been rehabbed. The outside facade completely remodeled. There's a good example there. Right here at the edges of downtown. And also here, this is a part of the golf cart district of Ocean Springs, where you can have a golf cart at your house and legally drive the golf carts around town, certain areas. You can't go driving on Highway 90, of course, that would be crazy, be ridiculous. But you can drive around town around 25 miles an hour. And this is the kind of end of town of Government Street. You got your YMCA, very active YMCA. It's got a real large pool. I would say it's probably Olympic size. Pretty sure it is Olympic size. Lots of exercising areas, equipment, track. In the YMCA, lots of activities there. I believe the swim team meets there from the high school. This is the old high school from the 1900s, about 1940s or so. And the O'Keefe family, they're traveling shows, musicals, local theater, and national companies that come through. The O'Keefe family redid the old high school because it is kind of a historical landmark here in Mississippi. I don't know if it ever got the historical designation, but it is in constant use. We're going to a wedding here out in the park area in the front in October. Now we're moving into more of the commercial type business here downtown. Several VRBOs. Different businesses. Here's an Italian garden, very traditional type Italian food. Got a barbecue place on the other side of the street. And here's a very popular place, the rental of go-karts. Mainly the tourists come down here and rent these so they can use them for a day. Different restaurants. Murky Waters is a great place that has live entertainment, good food, mixed with the old and the new. See, here's a small building that was raised and brand new 3-store outfit was built. Likewise with the attorney there. The Government Street Grocery, very popular. And here's one of the landmarks of Ocean Springs is the Tato Nut Donut Shop. This is known all over the state because the donuts are made with a special flour, potato flour. I don't know, they're not quite as sweet maybe as other regular donuts, but they are addictive, let's put it that way. Here's a brand new hotel on the top, boutique hotel on the top, and the bottom is a restaurant and bar. You notice people are still walking everywhere, even though it's a school day. Kids are out of school, goodness. This is a walking community, a walking downtown. People can park their vehicle and just keep on going. Going from shop to shop, restaurant to restaurant. And this would be your trip. This would be a trip, let's put it that way. This would be your relaxing trip from East Beach. Either going to work or coming home. It'd be especially relaxing coming home. Just to slow down and get to your destination on East Beach. I'm so glad you stayed to the end because this is the main reason why you'd love living here at Seaside on East Beach. Here's the entrance right here. And look what you see every time you leave your subdivision. Anytime during the day you want to walk down to the beach, you can do it. You can see sunsets, sunrises, all alone by yourself in the tranquility of the front beach overlooking Biloxi Bay, leading out to the Gulf of America. You might could get permission from the Corps of Engineers to build your own pier like one of the occupants here with their large powerboat. But you'll see all looking down here, many people have their own piers, boathouses, and enjoying the pristine white beaches of East Beach. It's a nice quiet beach. Here we are on a weekday, the kids aren't out. But you can see way in the far distance there, the Biloxi skyline with all the casinos. So this is a great reason why you'd like to live down here on East Beach, just for the quiet, tranquility, and the use of the beach for your own sake. It's like it's private. Of course, it is public, but just like here in the midday, you notice there are not many folks around. It is during the week, but I just saw a powerboat go by. Constant use. The beach at Seaside at East Beach. A great reason to live at Seaside on East Beach. Now let's take a look at the Google map and see just how easy it is to get to Seaside on East Beach. Starting at the I-50 exit, you simply just go straight down Washington Avenue to Highway 90, go a little bit further down town, take a little clip over, and then go straight down to East Beach. And you go east just a little bit, and then you have Seaside right here. So you can see it's just a basic straight shot straight down. And then if you were at the I-10 50 exit, you just go due west, and you can get down to Keesler Air Force Base. And if you keep going, you'll get to the Gulfport International Airport.
And then if you proceed straight due east, going this direction, you'll get to Pascagoula, where you'll have over here, you'll have the Ingalls Shipbuilding Corporation, Chevron Oil Refinery, and the large Singing River Hospital complex. So you're in such good proximity to everything in this area of the Gulf Coast. And you can also, of course, go by Highway 90, the same direction, runs parallel to I-10. So there you have it, the easy way to get from I-10 down to Ocean Springs downtown and down to East Beach.
So if you'd like more information about living in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and especially here at Seaside at East Beach, why not drop me a line, shoot me a text, or better yet, arrange a Zoom call with all this information below, and we'll be getting to know each other face to face. I can help you detail exactly what you're looking for in a home. Let Chester help you make a smooth move to Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Welcome home.